Jonny! Yes! Jonny, a million! 1 million!
$1 million.
No, well done, bro. Well done. That is
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you very much.
I am super proud to see where you first, from where you first were to where you are now. Is that just, that blows my mind.
I tell you what, so yesterday I was creating a video, right, looking at the very first day, first YouTube video I uploaded, which is where it all started, right? I was working a job, didn't have any money. That was on the I think it was the 28th of April. I wouldn't say I've had I personally feel that I've had a slow growth, but obviously from an outside perspective, it may look like pretty quick, making your first million or whatever, within what, 3 years, basically under 3 years of starting, is a wicked accomplishment. But I feel it's obviously being quite slow. I'm like, I could have done this faster if I knew what I knew now, even a year ago, even 6 months ago.
How good does that feel just in of itself? Does that
okay, to be honest, I didn't know that I did it. First of all, I was like, there wasn't a bell on the door. It was like, made a million, ding, 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 ding. I looked, I happened to look, I was like, I've made a million. And then I made more than a million. Sweet, all good. So I didn't have this feeling of I thought I would. I thought I'd have this great feeling of, oh my God, I feel so great. But I think anyone that's in business, you quickly realize that money is not actually as important as the process and the journey and the daily activity of, great, you've made loads of money, but who gives a shit, right? For me, it's not about, okay, I've made loads of money. It's what have I been able to do during that time? So when I look back at it, in the corner of my room, I have probably about 20 awards that I'm going to give out to my clients very soon. And that's a tangible, okay, that's happened. And by making the million, although that's well and good and it allows me to live in my house and do the things I want to do, it's allowed me to create those success stories, because those wouldn't exist. Those people wouldn't exist unless they bought into me, right? In actual fact, the real fulfillment comes from what you're able to do, the impact you're able to create, and not only for yourself but for your family. I don't know if you know this, but last year I took my dad for his 70th birthday to Italy. All expenses paid for him, his partner, me, my partner at the time. That was the first time I've been able to do that. 5-star hotel, all just spunk money everywhere. And no one's ever done that for him. He's been alive 70 years and no one's ever been able to treat him like that. So that was a really influential moment, a really wicked moment for me, being able to give back to my dad. And he was just like, you serious? I gave him this ticket. I wrote made a ticket, like a fake ticket, basically, put it in a birthday card, gave it to him, and he looked at it on his birthday. It was 2 tickets to whatever, to Rome. And he looked at it, he was like, I don't get it. I'm taking you on holiday. He's like, is this a joke? I don't get it. You have me on. I was like, no, and he was like, no, I'm taking you away. He's like, nah, no, I don't get it. Until we were there, and he was like, oh, so you're actually doing this.
Oh,
so those things are more influential. Those things are the things that actually bring you happiness. Of course, those things wouldn't happen without the income generated. The income is just a tool. It's just I think that's a big mindset shift I've had of between when I first started was survival. I wanted money to survive, to pay my, literally to get out of my job. Whereas now it's make money to thrive and to impact other people.
Amazing. Well done, man. I'm so proud of you. One more question. What would it really, when you think about where you were, where you are now, what would it cost you if you hadn't of done that journey?
Well, I'd still be working a 9-to-5 that I hated. I'd be working probably not as hard. I'd say I've worked harder now, but I've worked harder on the things I want to work hard on. It doesn't feel like hard work. I would certainly still be working a job. I wouldn't be able to go on holidays. I wouldn't be able to do the things I enjoy. I love cars and motorsport and stuff like that. I'd be living in crappy little house. Like, I would be in the same position that I've been in for the last few years. Like
So glad you came.
Yeah, you could say that. No, yeah, definitely glad. It was one of the hardest decisions. Like, everyone's telling me I was stupid. I wasn't going to make it work. When I quit my job, like I quit my job after 2 months of starting, and all the advice I was getting is don't do it. Like, you're making a terrible, terrible decision. And it took a lot of strength to be able to be like, no, I'm going to do it. What's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is that I'm in the same position I am today, which is shit, basically. Yeah, big ramifications.
Give him a hand. Let's get to 10 mil, bud. Ready?
Tomorrow. Woo!
Done, buddy.